Well, just a couple of weeks back, a shocking death in Handwara in Kashmir. A young man shot dead by the army in an incident that was strongly condemned and for which the army lodged its regret. Now, in an interview to Barkha Dutt, the army chief, General Singh, explains that while an inquiry has been ordered, the boy was fired at because he didn't stop when he was told to do so.
The other incident that took place involves the army, took place in Handwara, and it involved the killing of a young boy. The army has regretted the killing, Manzoor. The army reacted by saying this was standard operating procedure. Many people would ask that surely the SOP, the standard operating procedure, does not include firing to kill. It should include firing to halt. This was an innocent boy, sir, and many people again point to last year when the Machil fake encounters actually triggered that period of unrest in the valley. What is your assessment at this point? Why was this young boy killed for no fault of his?
See, we have ordered an inquiry, but what the preliminary feedback to me was like this. This particular unit had information. They moved in, laid an ambush at night. The procedure adopted is that any civilian moving after a particular time in the night carries a light with him, whether it is a hurricane lamp, whether it is a torchlight, so that if there is ambush around, they know it is a civilian. We have also passed it on to various people, and this is a procedure which has been there for quite some time, that if you are told to halt and our people shout in Kashmiri, if you are told to halt, please do so. Because with the type of night vision that we have, you only see a shadowy figure. So, as per this initial information that has come to us, they shouted, the boy ran, whether it was panic or what we don't know, and he was fired at. The procedures also say that you will fire in lower part of the body. You don't want to kill anybody.
So how did he die?
Appears that he went through a shock. It is not, preliminary information says that he's been hit on the leg. It is not in the chest, and he has died. So which shows that suddenly he has gone into that shock because he ran. And if you take your mind back to those 4 children who were killed, 3 were killed, 1 we were able to save. Again, they ran. They were fired at. Again, it was hit at the lower part. They were not, lower part of the whole thing. 3 of them died. Now, when the story came out, these boys had gone to a marriage. They were smoking in a particular place, and then suddenly they decided they must go home because their parents would smell them, that they had smoked. And they moved out without telling anybody. And they walked into an ambush. When shouted, they panicked. So this is, I think, a panic reaction. The detailed findings are going to come out, and we will share it with everyone.
The Chief Minister of the state wrote on his Twitter page, and he didn't elaborate, that if one of his suggestions made at the Unified Command meetings had been followed, then this would not have happened. Could you explain to us what this proposal was from the Chief Minister?
I'm really not aware of what proposal he has made to the Unified headquarters out there. So far as I know what the standard procedure is, what I have told you. If he has said anything else, in terms of how the whole thing is to be conducted, I think we'll find out from... One thing which I can tell you is, whatever is decided in the Unified headquarters, it is followed. Whatever is practical is followed. If it is impractical, obviously people on ground will not be able to follow it.
But while the army chief told NDTV the boy Manzoor was shot in the foot and probably died of shock, Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah has said, according to the medical report, the boy received injuries in the foot and back. NDTV has accessed the medical report, although a detailed post-mortem was not conducted because of reluctance of relatives. Sources said external examination showed obvious splinter injuries in the back, which was oozing blood, and a gunshot wound in the right foot. Also, the report called it an obvious case of massive injury of the vital organ of the abdomen that caused his death.
We have already ordered an inquiry into the matter, and Additional Deputy Commissioner of Kupwara is charged with the inquiry, and we have given him 1 month's time to complete the inquiry. And naturally, before compiling his inquiry report, he has to see that medical report also. he has to call the doctors and he will call that post-mortem report also. He will definitely mention the cause of death.
But the family of the boy killed by the army not buying the army chief's argument. They say that their boy was hit on the back and maintain that he was killed by the army in cold blood.
इसके यहाँ इस सर के पीछे हिस्से में चोट थी और उसके घुटने में भी चोट थी। बस मेरे ख्याल से वो टॉर्चर था, क्योंकि पैर में गोली लगने से कोई आज तक न मरा है न मरेगा। उससे तो जख्मी होता है, उसे लगता है कि उन लोगों ने उसे टॉर्चर किया है।
जब मैंने ये बायां हाथ उसका ले लिया तो वो टूटा हुआ था, और जब मैंने पैर उसका देखा, टांग देखी, वो टोटली टूटी हुई थी।